3 days after a historic guilty verdict, we're still learning about the fallout from Senator Bob Menendez's conviction as lawmakers on both sides of the aisle demand he step down and plan his expulsion. The mood isn't any better in his hometown of Union City. The senator made a name for himself coming up through Union City and Hudson County politics, but now even his fiercest supporters say it's time for him to go. Senior correspondent Brenda Flanagan spoke to people in Union City about the verdict and what it means for his legacy in Union City.
A salsa tune shimmered along Bergenline Avenue in Union City this morning, where 7 in 10 residents claim Latino ancestry. But folks in Bob Menendez's hometown don't feel much like dancing after a jury found their favorite son guilty on all 16 counts, including bribery and extortion.
He's guilty. Yes, guilty.
Should he resign?
If he did the crime, I guess so.
He need to go.
Why?
Because we cannot believe anymore in him. I am Hispanic, but I don't believe anymore in him. So.
How do you feel about that?
Sad.
I feel bad because I always thought he was really good. And now I find out that he's a corrupt.
Across the street at Menendez's favorite restaurant, La Gran Via, staff brewed coffee. The senator's favorite table sat empty. Patron Milton Wicks voted for Menendez, overlooked the senator's first corruption trial, which ended in a hung jury. But he called this conviction a bridge too far.
He was in a very powerful position with a lot of influence that could certainly be beneficial to New Jersey, but I think that was misused in a big way. So in light of all those things, I just think that it's time to try somebody else.
Menendez faces decades in prison, sentencing scheduled for October 29th. It's a precipitous fall from grace for a man who seemed destined to rise above Hudson County's dirty politics.
Let me proudly introduce to you the next senator from the great state of New Jersey.
He's the best. 42 years with him, work with him.
We need someone that's going to fight for the little people.
His potential just seemed enormous, and things seemed so wonderful, and the future was boundless. And, he was a real symbol of empowerment for the Latino communities. And so to have it come crashing down like that a few days ago was very painful for me.
Frank Argot Frere worked as a press secretary for then Congressman Menendez in the 1990s. He recalled how the son of Cuban immigrants fought corruption, testified against his mentor, Union City Mayor Bill Musto, who was convicted of bribery. Menendez knew the score.
When you travel outside of this immediate area, everybody does think that Union City is a laughingstock because of all the things that have happened.
You see a boyish-looking young man fighting corruption. He's someone who's going to change the system, and it looks like the system changed him.
And the Menendez conviction presages turnover, forcing Hudson County's fearsome political machine into transition.
I think it basically means we're turning the page. I mean, the old guard at Hudson is not what it used to be, and they're going to have to start getting a bench, and they're going to have to start, having new stars, if you will, come into play.
Menendez has vowed to appeal to run as an independent. One resident said he should.
At this point, either he can resign and have no chance, or he can choose to say, you know what, I'm going to give it all. And I think that it will make a difference.
But for now, Menendez is fighting to keep his freedom. He could win an appeal, but he's irrevocably lost the trust of folks who thought they knew him best. In Union City, I'm Brenda Flanagan, NJ Spotlight News.